Ciao ragazzi, my name is Anthony. Welcome back to Inter Worldwide. There is cause to be excited. Serie A is back. None of this EPL high quality HD camera stuff rubbish that I'm watching in my lounge room on my huge smart TV. I'm going back to live streaming in different languages, and I'll tell you boys why, because Australia still has not picked up any Serie A rights left, and there is T-minus 18 hours till kickoff. So in order for the therapy session to make myself feel better, I've got two honored guests with me today. The first one is a fan favorite in Uncle Sharma. Thank you so much for joining in, bro.
No, thank you for having me on, man. I feel honored to be on with you and Twitter royalty in the form of Snudges.
Yeah.
Ooh, so you did the intro.
That's it, man. Snudges, aka Perisnitch, joins us for what I think is his second, possibly even third time. Yeah, third cat, man. Sorry about that. See, he really moves in silence like lasagna, this G, doesn't he, bro? He's just absolutely everywhere. But yeah, thanks for joining us, man. And we really appreciate it. And we really appreciate you putting all those positive, optimistic vibes on Twitter with Sharma. Without you both, I think our online community would genuinely struggle mental health-wise. So well done and good morning to the champion of Italy, Perisnitch.
There you go.
It's good to have you, my G.
I think we need it. We need a reminder every single day that we are the champions of Italy. And I'm going to continue until there's a new champion of Italy. So, yeah.
Bro. Put some respect on the badge in the middle of the chest, bro. That's it. What's going on, Nerazzurri, Palermo? If you're from Palermo, that's beautiful. It could be a Mario Galliano 3rd, 4th, 14th account. I'm not too sure. Akil, what's going on, my G? Michael Del Pizzo is back. Tim is heading us up from Australia as well. Can't wait for the new season to begin. I'm so frustrated about our broadcasting situation. Yeah, bro, as I'm telling all the Aussies, open up a Bet365 account, leave $5 in there because that's the only way you're going to be able to watch games this weekend until someone sorts their out over here. Ricky Buzz, what's going on? Allah brought Serie A in different languages. He did, bro. That VPN, bro. That VPN's going to get a real good workout soon if Australia don't sort their stuff out. What's going on, Mateo? Good to see you. Guys, thank you to the 26 people who are in here right now. Make sure you like the video. Let us know where you are from and what your initial thoughts are going into match day one. Let's go to Zio first. First of all, bro, there's a saying in England, bro. Never back the early kickoff, right? That's what they like to say in the EPL, something like that. I'm calm, bro. I love the early kickoff. I live for the early kickoff. Unless it doesn't go well, in which case I can't live for anything else for the weekend. But Zio, my guy, Genoa, Balladini, probably sacked in October, probably rehired in February. We don't know exactly what's going to happen just yet. But what are your initial thoughts going into this fixture, my bro?
Nah, man, yeah. First game of the Serie A, so we're the ones kicking it off. And as champions, we have to kick it off in style. And I think we will. Them guys, I think they're missing Mattia Destro.
Yeah.
They lost to Scamacca as well. I'm feeling confident, man. They haven't got Perin in goal anymore. There's no real excuse for Inter, even though we're, lost Lukaku, lost Hakimi, yes, lost to Conte, but I'm feeling confident, man. I think we're going to put on a good show for the 29,000 at the San Siro, of which our guy Mo will be a part of. And he will be doing a halftime show on Inter Worldwide, and you'll be coming on to my channel as well afterwards. So can't wait to hear from Mo live from the San Siro, man. Happy for the guy.
Yeah, bro. Mo is absolutely everywhere. Don't blink, man. He'll go from Texas to Milan in the blink of an eye, bro. Our guy, our brother Mo. What's going on, Stefan? What's going on, Beta? Good to see you. Tim says, can you watch the games as replays on Bet365? Definitely not, bro. You have to watch it live. There is no way the betting agencies are going to replay Serie A for us. Mr. Snitch, Mr. Perisnitch, bro, you're one of the most optimistic Inter fans I know. So can you please tell the lovely people listening just exactly how much sauce we're going to serve up in our first game of the season?
Listen up, okay? We got Sensei cooking. He's healthy. Like, what more do we need? I can stop right there, and I'm already satisfied. And
on my video earlier, I did a prayer circle. I was like, let's all get together and have a little prayer circle for Sensei this season.
We're gonna need him to be fit, bro, because he could really be like the next, like another signing, 100%. There's no other way to word it, man. Slash, tell us, bro, what's gonna happen, man? I want you to tell us in detail because you're a little bit of a Nostradamus, man, a little bit of a guru.
Here's the thing. The thing is, in the recent years, one of my favorite games of Inter have always been the first game of the season. Last year, 4-3 Fiorentina. We were losing at the 87th.
Hated that was
insane. Game. No, I loved it. At the end, I was screaming. Another favorite one of mine was, if you guys remember Inter-Atalanta in the first game, and Stefan Jovetic scored at the last minute.
Yeah.
That was insane. And
Yeah.
so I think we're gonna see something similar. I hope we see something similar like that. Because
So
I just love the drama.
You want us to be stressed. You want us to be stressed
I
first
want that
game.
drama. I want that drama. I'm sorry, but I need that.
I don't know why you're about that life, bro. I remember after that 4-3 to Fiorentina, I was actually on camera, and I remember saying, "I'm like, I can't do this. I can't do this for a whole nother year, bro." But looking back on last season, it's easy to forget when you're going through the emotions match day by match day just how dominant and how good we were last season. So there's definitely an element of continuity that's going to come with Inzaghi, and I think I speak for every Inter fan when I say this team and this coach, they've really got something to prove now, man. Like that's a tough off season mentally for this manager and for these players to win their first title and to have a tangible intrinsic motivator for the first time in their career, like your Bastonis, Barellas, De Vrij, Skriniars. Basically, our whole team was void of a major trophy, except bar maybe one or two of them. They got it, and then it was nothing but hard work, bad headlines. You know, you'd hope that all our squad players took the time to really have some personal pride, spend time with their family and friends as champions, but they're back now, and I feel like, you know, that there is, of course, a lot of pride and something to be said about being the best, but to back that up and to do that again, that's where good players become legends, and that's where great players become phenomenal icons for their history and their legacy that they leave behind. Zio, in terms of our squad, despite the injuries that we already knew we had, you know, your Alexis Sanchez, your Lautaro suspended, I think obviously our Christian Eriksen situation, God bless him. But other than that, we've got a pretty decent stacked lineup to choose from. I'll go out and say it. Lord Gagliardini, I don't think is available. And that's a shame because that's only one of 3 good performances we're going to see from him this season in a Genovese sort of game. But Raul, in terms of personnel, how do you expect us to line up, bro?
Yeah, I think the predicted lineups that have been put out, I think we're pretty much forced into that in terms of the strikers they've put in. Dzeko and Sensi's put in, you know, as in, is he going to be, you know, just in behind or, you know, roaming around? And then in midfield, you know, we know it has to be Barella, Brozovic. Those two are certain. And then that left centre mid position, I think that's the one that's up for grabs this season. For now, I think Inzaghi's going to keep giving faith to Hakan for a few matches, unless he flops and he puts in someone else. So I think, you know, Hakan, Barella, Brozovic, that's going to be the midfield. Wing backs, definitely Perisnitch. We talked about it the other day on my channel when you came on. We said Perisnitch is going to be starter. I've seen a few people when I posted the lineup this morning that were moaning like, "Oh, where's Di Marco? Where's Di Marco?" Calma. Di Marco will come through slowly. He'll gain the trust of Inzaghi, and I'm confident by the end of the season he will be the starter. And then on the other side, Matty Dams. What can we say, man? Matty Dams, the ever reliable guy who probably I'm predicting he might even score tomorrow, get an early goal.
Imagine he does, bro. Imagine Matty Dams after the whole Hakimi situation goes and bags one. It's going to happen. I like it.
Hey, I would love it. I would love it for him. And then obviously the back line, I don't even need to say, do I? Skriniar, De Vrij, Bastoni, and Snudges boy Handanovic in goal.
No.
Yeah, Snudges. Back over to you, bro. Now, this is the lineup that we've seen predicted, man. Pretty decent. Lots of creativity. Obviously, a huge shift of what we played under Antonio Conte last season. Like, think about our physical presence up front last season and our ability to drag defenders left, right, and center throughout the bylines. And we're really going to come at them a little bit differently in this game. This lineup screams break down intricately in the midfield and find those small little holes, which all of those players can do. Snudges, my boy, what are you thinking, first of all, of the lineup up on the screen? And bro, to me, all eyes are going to be on Sensi for me. Sensi and Hakan to see how they can bring the fluidity and connect that midfield to attack. What are you saying?
Yeah, so a few days ago I tweeted as well. I feel like Sensi, if he keeps being just as impressive as he's been in preseason, he might even get Hakan's spot when Lautaro comes back. And so tomorrow is going to be a big test for Stefano Sensi because the match afterwards, Lautaro is coming back into the lineup 100%. Yeah. And if he does well, he deserves a starting spot, in my opinion. So all eyes on him. We might see Dumfries tomorrow as well, and that's going to be pretty exciting in the second half, most likely. I'm kind of disappointed at the fact that Satriano might not get a chance. But if the scoreline doesn't look too well, I'm hoping Inzaghi just puts him in, and we'll see some magic from him as well.
Yeah, well said, man. I don't think Dzeko, like, it's very early in the season, so there's no reason why Adin Dzeko shouldn't be able to put 90 minutes together. I just think in an ideal situation, you want that brother coming off with about 20 minutes to go, no matter what. So if that's the case, then yeah, you probably are looking at a Satriano or even a Pinamonti just coming on to hold it down. Two players who are still very much on the outs. I read when I woke up this morning that Satriano and Crotone, they're working quite hard for a loan. Not fantastic loan for me. Like I want the guy to get minutes, but I don't want him getting minutes in Serie B at age 20. Like if teenagers can get minutes in top flight, this guy sure can. I don't see why we can't get him minutes in the top flight, even if it's with another league. But I don't know. I don't work behind the scenes. Sharma, what are you saying about the Satriano situation, bro?
Yeah, no, he looks the real deal, but I feel he needs minutes, man. Like I've seen. I didn't like the link to Crotone. I've seen yesterday that they were saying that it might be a done deal to Crotone. So we've seen that Serie B, they almost seem like they come back worse when they come back to us. So I'd rather send him out to, like, you know how Esposito's gone to FC Basel, you know, a foreign team in a foreign league. Usually, you know, it seems like it suits these players a little bit better. They're given much more of a chance. The football is a little bit better usually. Serie B is just a bit too scrappy, and you don't really get that player development by the looks of it. But yeah, if he's not gonna play, if Inzaghi feels like he's not gonna give him minutes, it's best for him to just be loaned out, man. Yeah, it's not just how many goals is Pinamonti scoring this year. We usually have a bet, me and Snudge.
If he goes to Empoli, I'm going with 10. There you go.
What?
I'm saying it right now. I'm not saying it's not. If he goes to Empoli, that's all I'm saying.
Bro, if he's
him and Cotrone.
Bro, if Pinamonti scores double-digit goals this season, I will officially allow you to live stream on my channel all by yourself, whatever you want, bro. There is no way that guy's
got the weaknesses.
Double-digit goals. Speaking of Cutrone, bro, I heard someone say the other day he's going to be a good signing for Empoli. I reckon that brother's confidence is shot, man. You go to England, you get loaned back. Like, I want the guy to do well, but it just reminds me of when Milanisti were comparing him against Lautaro. That was always a good laugh. Almost as good as
comparing him to Icardi first.
Yeah, that's the one first. And then it was Lautaro afterwards. Too good. In terms of Genoa, I'm looking at their lineup, and I'm not even going to bring it up on the screen. What Zio said is true. Like, we really should be able to nullify all threats from these guys. But I did want to go back to what Akil and what Snajas was saying. Do you think Dumfries will start, or is it going to be Darmian? I thought I read somewhere this morning that Dumfries is not ready yet. Inzaghi said he's not exactly ready, and it could be a couple of games or 2 weeks. Sharma, did you read anything about that?
Yeah, he didn't even get called up for the Dutch national team because he didn't have a pre-season with PSV. He was out of the squad because he decided pretty early on that he's not going to stay there. So they put him not in like a bad way. They put him out of the squad just to let him train on his own. So he's not physically ready. So yeah, it makes sense for Matty Doms to play probably the first 2 or 3 games. So let's not start moaning if he doesn't get a few starts. Like, I think it'll take him some time, and we know how Italian coaches always, you know, take a little bit long to integrate players.
Yeah, 100%, man, 100%. All right, let's go over to a score prediction before we start to look at some of the other headlines this morning. I wanted to keep it really, really short. It's very early, and I actually plan on taking another nap on my Saturday. But I really don't see a situation where this team doesn't fight for 90 minutes plus stoppage time to get a result. I think Genoa are really about that deep life this season, about that get as many points as you can to make sure you're safe. And I think that sort of mentality, first game of the season, is not going to work well up against the defending champions. I don't like to pick victories. I rarely do try pick them with my chest, but there's no reason why we can't score 2-3 goals here and almost keep a clean sheet. I'm going 2-0 or 3-1. Definite goal for Dzeko, 2 goals from midfield. Let's go to Snajas first.
You read my mind. I'm saying the same thing. I'm going to go with 3-0. But I need to mention one thing. Tomorrow we'll be seeing Zinho Manhausen start as well. He's predicted in the lineup, and that's going to be exciting.
That is going to be big
center as well.
He's
something to look out for.
Definitely. Yeah. Don't they have another loanee from Juventus as well? Is it
Frabotta?
Frabotta, yeah. So you might even see Frabotta playing tomorrow as well for them. Yeah, it should be a good game. I just don't see where the threat's going to come. And I think that with not playing that sort of systematic contest style and having that little bit more freedom, especially with the personnel that we've got on the pitch, I'm very, very excited to see. Like, we got a lot of good midfielders on that pitch. Raul, we got to keep this ball. That ball should stay super glued to our midfield in this game, man. What are you saying?
Yeah, man. This is what I'm liking with Inzaghi. He's put in technical players. Like he's given, the priority technical players. It's not. We said like, Conte would have played. Everyone's out. The strikers are out. He would have played Perisic, or you would have put someone else up front. But Inzaghi's like, haven't got strikers. Let me put some more midfielders in there. Now it's going to be a techie midfield. So yeah, I'm just looking forward to seeing this Limone ball. Honestly, like I know it's pre-seasons, but it looked really good, and I think it will continue being really good. And as long as it's efficient and scoring goals, I'm happy, man. I'm happy.
100%. Will, good to see you again, bro. Come on, Sensi, please vindicate my purchase of your jersey a couple of seasons ago.
Bro, man, that jersey will be worth a lot one day.
Oh yeah, bro. Sensi FC has been working overtime in the background. They've been quiet for 2 years, just waiting for the rebirth, for the resurface, man. So I think we're all looking forward to it very much. So Filippo says Genoa doesn't look to pose much of a threat up front compared to last year. 100%. How you going? What's his name? Haval Woland. Welcome from Twitter. Probably an Uncle Sharma fan because he is so wise. He's the voice of the people. Thank you for joining us, bro.
I've got my wisdom tooth coming through. That's maybe he's throwing a pun at me.
Nice one, bro. Nice one. Satriano to Salernitano or Venezia would be perfect, 100%. Although I think Salernitana just used whatever last bit of money they had on, I think Simi. Didn't Simi just sign for them? Was it 6 million that they paid for him?
Yeah.
That's got to be a record signing for the club. Like I know we're joking about it, but to them that must seem really steep, and it wouldn't surprise me if that's a 3 million up front with the other 3 million to be repaid over 4 years after that. Pinamonti just isn't that guy. We're going back to Pinamonti. He's going to be starting on the bench because of our lack of depth. So I could be the one here eating my words when we're up 2-0. Pinamonti comes on, scores 2 rubbish goals in the last 4 minutes. And all of a sudden, Snadger's prediction just got like 1/5 easier throughout the whole season.
And then we're going to have to cope with Snadger's propaganda on the timeline for like a week.
How long? I'm kind of losing hope. I'm kind of losing hope at the moment.
Oh, really?
Can I so bad in preseason.
When did you start boarding the Pinamonti hype train, bro?
Was it 2 years ago, Sharma?
Yeah, when he went to Genoa on loan, I think it was. Wasn't
that's the one.
Yeah,
I thought he was going to score at least 5. He didn't even do that. So there you go.
I won that bet easily.
Oh man, Faye says our midfielders will flourish under Limone. I'm not surprised if this season they score 20 goals combined. I think that's the whole point of the tactical switch up, man. Because if you're looking to replace Lukaku personnel for personnel, tactical wise, who in the world is going to give you Lukaku's goal and assist output besides Robert Lewandowski or Erling Haaland? Simple as that. We can't replace Lukaku in that position. That's why having that. Being able to get Inzaghi is just another Beppe Marotta masterstroke in terms of damage control. In an ideal situation, none of this would have happened to us, boys. But as soon as Conte walked, Limone was on our doorstep 48 hours later. As soon as the horrific, God-willing incident to Christian Eriksen happened, Hakan was there for damage control 24 hours later. You need to sell Lukaku and Hakimi. You bring in 2 captains in Dzeko and PSV. Like Raul and I are already getting our construction license so we can build a statue of Marotta outside the San Siro. And I can't wait to see what the brother's going to do with the remaining week and a half in the Mercato, because if the rumors of Satriano going on loan are true, we're bringing in another attacker, maybe even 1 or 2. And with the prices that we're starting to see in the media, they're starting to look a lot more respectable. Not your 40, 45 millions for Zapatas. Feed me 25 to 30 million for Marcus Thuram. That sounds a lot better. Resale value, definitely real. We'll go over to Sharma first, man. In terms of the forwards that are going to come in, there's probably 2 names just on my list that I want to see now. It's Thuram and Correa. I don't really need anybody else. What are your thoughts? First of all, how do you want it to pan out, Zio? But how do you think it's going to pan out?
Yeah, in my ranking would be Correa priority number 1, because Inzaghi with he's lost Lukaku, he's lost Hakimi. I feel like we have to give him at least one player that he wants, and the one player he wants really badly is Tucu Correa. The guy is an Interista as well, from what we hear. I love his dribbling style. He's a risk taker. He always plays really well against Milan as well, so that's a benefit. Lotito, just you just gotta stop playing hardball with us. Give us the boy 25 million plus bonuses. Just give us Tucu Correa. Otherwise, if the choice number 2 is Marcus Thuram, I mean, what a great number 2 choice. He probably need a bit more time to adapt in things, but I think his potential is probably higher than Correa as well. So yeah, I'm really happy with those links. They're kind of young, not too. I mean, Correa's 27, so he's in his peak. Thuram's 24, so great age. Not these, Zapata 31 and Dzeko 35. We do need a little bit of youth as well in the team. So yeah, I'm happy with those.
100%. What's going on to my boy Cartel? Always coming in strong. This is the one match when we need Gagliardini the most, and he's out. Depression. 100%, man. That's exactly my thoughts this morning, but it's all good. What up, Don Sama? Good to hear from you. Thanks for the boys for tuning in and asking about Thuram. We just covered that. We've got a Perisnitch fangirl here with Sama. Yeah, I've heard him speak and screams like a girl as well, so there's absolutely no doubt about that. No superstition here. It's clear that you're not Italian. Mario Delgado, it's good to see you again, bro. Coming in strong always. Hello, guys. What's up with Nandez? Tottenham is no longer interested to sign him. Will we finally join Inter? Yeah, Cagliari have pulled their pants down with this one here. Mr. Snazhes, were you all for Nandez coming in? But more importantly, with our boy Raja absolutely giving them the flick and going to Antwerp, bro, they don't have a leg to stand on now, man. Like, I don't like being this sort of guy, but if Cagliari is in the relegation zone this season, you won't hear the end of it from me.
I'll be celebrating. That's for sure. The thing is, I just don't get it. We've been so nice to Cagliari with Raja, with Godin, and they're just playing hardball with us. It's just the same fair. We paid 45 for Barella, and they didn't budge from that from the very beginning.
Yeah,
and they don't want to budge for Nandes either. Come on, let's just cut ties with them at this point.
100% cut ties with them. Hi, Kalim. It's nice to hear from you, brother. Nice to hear from you. I love you and I love your family. Bro, I reckon it's just the whole Nandez thing. There's no way the guy was worth 30 million. When they started putting prices like that on him and saying that we have to come in and pay for him, we're like, dude, we don't have 30 million. You don't have 3 million. Where are you getting off giving us players for 30 million like that, man? I thought if they are lacking a little bit up top, I reckon just send Pinamonti straight there for Nandez on a 1-season loan. What would you boys say about that, Snazhes?
I was going to say Satriano to Cagliari. There were rumors initially for that as well at the very start, but then I guess after Nandez, the entire thing went down. But yeah, if you can't, I really love Nandez. Ever since we first faced him 2 years ago, he got an assist as a right wing back.
Yeah,
and I've been a very, very big fan since then. So I'm not against signing him. But if you could, Sassuolo Bento for Juventus for Locatelli. Come on, just do the same for Nandez as well.
Yeah, exactly, man. What did you make of that signing, bro? Locatelli, do you think he's the player that Juve need to basically transform their lineup, or do you think all their eggs in one signing and one basket isn't exactly the way to go?
They definitely need one more midfielder, I think. Locatelli is not enough in that. I still think they're like the fifth best midfielder in Serie A. Maybe at worst, maybe at best.
Fifth best midfielder. Yeah, I like it.
I'm saying Napoli, Inter, Lazio, Milan have a better midfield. Maybe Atalanta goes on par with them, but that's about it.
Staying on you for a second, Snazhes, because everyone on the Intersphere has heard my predictions and Raul's predictions. What are your predictions for this season, man? Who do you think is going to make the top four?
All right, so Juve is going to be an obvious choice, but I still think we're title contenders. Even if without a new striker, I still think we're up there. So top two, Inter and Juve. I don't want to say who's going to take it, but Napoli is my third place. I can't go against Spalletti as well. Fourth place, I might go with Atalanta, but if Milan gets the spot, I'm not surprised. But I might go with Atalanta tomorrow.
I enjoyed Zeal's predictions yesterday because he keeps it one. And I think when I start my predictions at the start of the season, I like to purposely be a little bit negative, so I've got a leg to stand on. But I'm all on the Milan in fifth hype train, bro. Their fans are just getting on that edgy part of the season again, where they've won something before it starts. It's horrendous, bro. From every continent on the planet, man, you're not hearing the end of it. But it's going to be a tough one, bro. I think this season it's really going to be that sort of Serie A grid where the team that makes the least amount of mistakes and can stay injury-free. Like European football and rotation this season is going to play a huge part in it, in my opinion. And that Milan team going from Europa to Champions League, that's a different kettle of fish you're playing against on a Wednesday night, Raul.
Yeah, man. Last year, in the Europa League, you can rotate your team. But when you come to Champions League, you're not going to rotate it. You're going to put your best lineup, and you might rotate in the Serie A. So it's going to definitely affect your performances one way or the other. So yeah, we'll see what they're made of, especially with Kessie. Kessie's injured at the beginning of this season. He's going to be gone for the AFCON. Benacer is going to be gone for the AFCON. So Sandro Toenails needs to step up, or let's see what happens. We'll find out.
Kessier's contract runs out at the end of next season, and he hasn't even come close to penning an extension yet. So I don't know. Dybala's contract also runs down. I don't know. But we'll see what happens there. Don Beppe, keep doing your thing.
One interesting player whose contract's running out is Robin Gosens as well. And Perisic's contract's running out. It's a good time to swap wing-backs, I guess. I'm just putting it in the ether.
Well, that would be amazing. I didn't realize Gosens' contract was up. Atalanta would be very wise to renew that, because even if they don't really care about losing him personnel-wise on the pitch, like that's 35, 40 M sitting right there, and you can't be letting that.
It's in 2 years, Nudge, 2023. Yeah, I just checked on Transfermarkt.
All right, so my bad for that then.
What's going on?
It'll still be available cheaper than you would be normally.
Yeah, for sure. Mohammed Gassim is back again, says Nandez 15 mil or bust. 15 mil is 10 mil too much for this guy, bro. We can't be giving a club like Cagliari 15 million. Like, we are not a charity case, man. And like, I'm sick to death of doing these guys favors. King Darian, who's always around every channel. Cagliari are some ungrateful bums. I hope they get relegated, bro. I think we're all on the Cagliari relegation train this season, man. It will be nice to see Van Helsden tomorrow. Sorry if I mispronounced his name, but yeah, that really will be nice. Brother's been very unlucky with his injuries. We've hit 50 people in this video today, which is awesome. I always love seeing that half century. So make sure you like the video. Let us know where you are from. Please, if you live under a rock, go and subscribe to the Uncle Sharma channel and follow the boys, the gang on Twitter as well. I'll put their handles at the bottom after we go over to another couple of comments. Cartel says we should at least beat top 2. Yep. One thing I've really liked, boys, and I'm sure you'll agree, Limone has really worked in silence, man. Like, he felt zero need to come out and justify himself, justify the situation, defend anybody. It's literally like the dude who rocks up, works hard, stays back, goes home, and is really grateful for everything. At the end of the day, you know, we've gone from a very high demanding manager. We probably didn't even tell Conte that we were going to sell Lukaku. We probably just told him we can't keep everybody. He didn't even listen to sentence number 2. He was banged straight out the door, man. So Inzaghi knows the tools that he's got at his disposal. The season 2 years ago, where it was Lazio's 20th anniversary, I think, since they won the title, and by match day 30, they were still neck and neck. Even their tifosi and their ultras were putting banners up going, Lotito, make us dream, make us dream. And fair enough, that would have been a little sad if it was match day 10, 15. Don't forget, this Inzaghi Lazio pushed into the match day 30s. They were pushing match day 31, match day 32. I have a lot of faith that this guy, I'm not expecting him to get it 100% right this year. That would be so stupid to say that. But if he can take Inter to a competitive season, competitive being match day 34, 35, we're still waking up going, we can still win the title. That brother has got all of my respect, and he should be there for the long haul. Snajas, your thoughts, bro, on Limone? I know I've seen what you wrote on Twitter, but what are your expectations in terms of his man management style this season, bro?
The first thing I want to mention is the fact that this guy has only been coaching for 5 years. In comparison, guys like Spalletti, Mourinho, Sarri has been coaching since the 90s. Allegri, Gasperini has been coaching since the early 2000s. This guy just started 5 years ago, and he's doing an amazing job. And he's already won trophies as well. That's a very important fact as well. And so I feel like, just give him all the respect he needs. Just give him all the time he needs. He came to Inter at a very difficult situation, and in a very unfair situation as well, where he lost his main striker after being promised that we were done with sales. So give him the time, give him the respect, and even if things go hard, just let him do his job.
Raul, are we going to see Inzaghi slapping some heads, cracking some skulls, Conte style? Any of these ones on the back of someone's neck? All players, bro. Sometimes I'd watch them and I'd be like, man, I was never even hit that hard from my dad when I swore in the house. What are you saying, bro?
Yeah, no, I think with Inzaghi, we're not losing any of that passion on the sidelines. We've seen this guy sometimes even comes onto the pitch. The amount of he gets so into the game that you just see, like, he steps on the pitch and the referee has to tell him to get off. So we're not losing any of that. You know, you're gonna hear him. He's got a nice deep voice that you hear on the sideline as well. So we're not losing any of that. And then I think behind the scenes, he is quite a feisty character, but I think he keeps a little bit cooler than Conte in front of the cameras. But I was impressed by his press conference today. But what are we saying, guys? Let me ask you quickly a question. Let's say things don't go well at this beginning of the season. We draw tomorrow, and then few matches, we get a win here and there, but it's not looking good. We're getting to October and we're 5th, 4th. The fan base is it gonna should we give this guy time, whatever happens, or is this like, he still has pressure to deliver something?
No, it's all Suning. Like if Inzaghi has a shield around him for at least a year, in my opinion, because what Suning's done to him has not been fair. Yeah. So I won't be against him at any point, anytime soon. That's for sure.
I think it's one of those seasons where, like, it's always kind of like this. Looking at the position on the ladder is probably one of the stupidest things you can do throughout the year. What you should be looking at is the points column. It's as simple as that. If only 3 points separate first from fifth, there's no reason to go in every match day going, oh, we're fifth. Like, come on, guys, be real. Look at it from a contextual point of view. And I don't think we're going to drop that many points. I mean, if there's a club that can come out of the gates really strong, really early, that will be huge for their season. If you're the side, if it's Inter, Napoli, Atalanta, Juve, Milan, whoever it is, if someone's coming into September, October with 4 or 5 wins under their belt and 1 draw, 15 points, 18 points, whatever it is, that is going to be huge. A fast start on this grid is going to be huge, in my opinion. Would you agree, Sharma?
Yeah, no, definitely. Especially Atalanta usually are known to be slow starters, so it'll be interesting to see if they can, turn that around, and who starts quickly, because everyone's like changed coaches. Only Milan have out of the top 7, right, have kept the same coach. So they might have the advantage in the short term, but maybe on the long term, the other coaches. I think Pioli in general, I would say, is the weakest out of the top 7 coaches, right? Yeah,
for sure, man. I heard your preview. I'm like, that's got to be the main factor that they're not expecting to do that great, albeit I've said before, I think their squad is lacking depth. I don't think it's improved that much from last season, and they've got a whole different repertoire of football to play this season. They needed more upgrades, in my opinion. And while the goalkeeper to replace Donnarumma, I forgot his name, is it Magno? How do you pronounce his name again?
Yeah, Magno.
Something like that. Yeah, great goalkeeper, fantastic. But he will be a little bit nervous as he comes in. Can he direct the back and communicate with his defense the same way Gigi did? I'm not too sure. But more importantly, they're making signings like Florenzi at right back and calling it a good deal. When Inter was linked to Florenzi, we were still a retirement home and it was a joke. But that's just the levels now. Every signing Inter makes is trash. Every signing Milan makes is gold. Snazhes, how do you think Milan's going to go this season in a little bit of depth, bro? And how do you think their signings in Giroud, their new goalkeeper, and Florenzi are going to go as well?
So I generally think they downgraded. I mean, the replacement for Hakan was the guy who was benching for Hakan last season, to put into context. So then itself lies the issue. They've not really upgraded in Hakan. They didn't upgrade in Donnarumma. I mean, Magno is a pretty good goalkeeper. He had a fantastic season, but Donnarumma was like the best player in the Euros as well, and that affects the dressing room as well. It changed the dynamics. They might not have changed the coach, but the dressing room has changed for sure. I still think they can fight for top 4. I wouldn't say they are guaranteed top 4 side. Mourinho, he's there. He's lurking around. Atalanta, Napoli, they're all there fighting for the title. But Milan, for me, is still not a title-winning team.
I think this Napoli team is so geared towards Spalletti's 4-2-3-1. It's almost like they're a tattooed 4th position, man. I do see them struggling almost exactly the same way Inter did when it comes down to the fatiguing side of the season, especially since they too have not made that many signings, especially not signings that are going to inject an energetic sort of quality. I mean, Zio, Juan Jesus. Oh my goodness, man! You couldn't have picked a more incompetent Jesus on the planet. Come on, man. Like,
the worst Jesus.
And I saw some Napoli fans on Twitter going, "Yeah, he's a third choice centre back. What's wrong with that?" I'm like, "Are you serious? What's wrong with that? How much time do you have?" Like, you're one Manolas or Koulibaly bad day away from absolute oblivion. Zio, what was your reaction to Juan Jesus going to Napoli?
No, that was jokes. I remember I think not just sent in a little group chat. It was just like in the morning. I was like, no way. I mean, Spalletti, he's like the Italian Harry Redknapp. This guy's he's trying to get like the band back together, He was linked with Gagliardini, Vecino. It's like this guy is trying to get his Inter team back all together.
I think Politano's in for a good season for Napoli. Under Spalletti, he's in for a really good season. But Yeah, other than that, it's just I'd be a lot more nervous, as I've said before, if I saw all our near rivals, making some big gains, some big signings. But every single club, in my opinion, has their little vex this season. Atalanta might look like the most well-oiled machine, but stagnation is very real in football. Don't get that twisted. And we're coming into like season number, I think, 5 under Gasperini now, maybe even more. Could it be? 15, 16, 17, 18. I think it's about his 5th season, something like that, 5th or 6th. There could be some stagnation there. Papu Gomez's exit has been more highlighted in the media. You've got Zapata on the wrong side of 30. Ijacic was also whispered to leave last season. There's going to be a big season from Hataboa, Gosens, Malinovsky as well. But I don't know. I guess I don't have the full backing towards Atalanta that a lot of fans have this season, Zio.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I like Atalanta.
Yeah.
It's just difficult. They always kind of pull it through. People thought they were going to drop off. The Papu Gomez left in January, but they found, they put Pessina in that role and they kind of made it work in a different way. Like Gasperini just finds a way because there's no real egos in that team. They just kind of work hard, and that Atalanta juice as well. Let's not forget.
Yeah, man.
Have you seen the size of Musso since he's moved there?
I had my friend Armando from the channel message me this week going, hey, you know what? We should talk about all the energy levels at Atalanta this week. I'm like, man, that's still going around. We could see something surface this season. They look like animals over there.
Yeah, look at the size of Musa, man. The guy, his forearms are like this big.
Bro, Cartel says Kessier is trying to pull that hack and move. The grass is greener on the other side. 100% it is, man. 100% it is. It could happen. You never know. Beppe, the master of those deals. This is a good question, and I won't keep the boys around much longer because I know it's getting towards the late end of their Friday night over in Leicester. How do you guys see us in the Champions League? Top 16? Perisnitch, you first, bro.
All right. So obviously it all depends on the group stage. If you get another group of that, even if we get another group of that, we actually should be going through round of 16 at this point. Like,
I hate the way the draw looks. I hate the way the pot looks. Every situation seems worse than the next.
Just watch us get a PSG now that you've said it. It's going to happen.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
But yeah, we need to keep hope. We need to actually, it has to be Inzaghi's main objective this season. More than the title race, I think we need to go to the next stage of the Champions League. At least, I'm hoping for a quarterfinals minimum.
It's just that mental monkey on your shoulder that you need to get off after so many years of being back in it now. We're heading, 4 group stages in a row that we've gone out now, and that's three in a row. Sorry, and that's just simply not good enough. It's not good enough. We need to get into that round of 16. We need, with fans back in the stadium as well. We need that marketability as well. Limoni needs our support. Najib says, I don't know why no one is commenting about the Juve lack of defenders after Demiral left. There's no way Chiellini will stay fit the whole season, and Bonucci as well. There's a major problem from them. Yeah, I try not to speak too much about the shortcomings of Juve on this channel because I'll never be able to forgive myself if I have to eat my words. I know way too many of those kinds of people, and they have a very selective memory as well. But I
talked about Rugani. Yeah, Rugani is like the Demiral replacement at the moment. So yeah, in the same way that you talked about, if Napoli get a few injuries, Juve, if they get a few injuries, they could be in trouble as well at the back.
100%, and it's all well and good when you're rotating in a knockout tournament that only has maximum of 8 fixtures. But we're talking 38 games plus Europe and Coppa this season, man. Like I love Chiellini. I'm not gonna lie, he's a symbol for our nation and Italian national team. But if Juve think that just because the glitz and glamour of the Euro is going to translate into this domestic season, I can tell you right now, you're in for a bad surprise. Snadgers?
To be fair, they have Allegri. He'll make Bernardeschi into a centre back, and he'll be the next Maldini. So let's not keep our hopes too high about them.
Yeah, for sure. What's going on, John? Always good to see you, my brother. I hope you're well. All the pundits, ESPN, including Marcotti, sleeping on Inter's best defense in the league. Bro, I respect all pundits and what they have to say, even if I don't agree with it, but don't get it twisted. They were still ragging on Conte on match day 30 last season when we were ahead by 5 games. Mm-hmm. We are never, ever going to get the respect that we command and deserve, man. So it's almost good to just wake up every day going, where's the hate? Where's the hate? That's what I'm sort of doing at the moment. Kevin says, under Conte, I could not watch live Inter games because of the way that we played.
Hey, that Conte terrible. It was painful at times. I can't lie.
It was, bro. It was, bro. As we said, bro, remember last season, how many games did we get to minute 60, 65, 70, 80, and the game was still deadlocked, bro? And it was our physicality and our personnel on the pitch that really got us over the line.
And you knew the subs they was going to make was going to be 75th minute. It was like Ashley Young coming on for Perisnitch. It's like, what's that going to change, bro?
Some respect on the fittest player in Aston Villa's name, bro.
Sharma's favorite player as well.
The agendas are here. What else we got? Gil, good to
hear
you.
Wait, go back up to that comment.
No, let's ignore that.
maybe one day we'll do a premiere for the face reveal. Would you rather win the Scudetto and go broke or be a top 10 team in Serie A? What a stupid question, bro. No offense, man. Sorry. But like that sounds like the type of question that all the Juventini were saying after we won the Scudetto. Oh, was it worth it? Was it worth it? It was worth it, bro. You can't change history books no matter how much you guys would like to. I'm so excited about Inter this season. If we get one of Thuram and Correa, we lose Sanchez. That's something that I wouldn't mind talking about before we leave. The Alexis Sanchez situation. Brother is injured until mid-September, absolute minimum. If we're bringing in 2 more attackers, like if we bring in Thuram and Correa, can we go into next season with those 2, Lautaro and Dzeko, and that's it, Sharma?
Yeah, that's the 4. You need the 4, and that's the 4 you got, and then you got maybe one youth guy behind them to make up the 5, or now you got Sensi to be that guy in there. So yeah, that's all you need.
Yeah, like this Alexis Sanchez situation for me, as I said, last season his input was fantastic, albeit he had the personnel there to complement him. He would pick the ball up a lot deeper than he usually would in an attacking repertoire, make sure he links up with the Lamborghini on the right-hand side, and then the Ferrari can tap in. At the end of the day, bro, he's losing a lot of where he was tactically comfortable. I think it's going to be a lot tighter on the pitch under Inzaghi as well. And I think this is the season where Sanchez frustrates, where I cannot tell you how many times he's about to get the ball at his feet, try and beat a player and lose that ball. And the ball will be turned over. I know it because I watched him play religiously in the Premier League, at Arsenal, at United. He was great when he came on as a sub for Conte, but I think that we're still being tied to just more of an old Alexis Sanchez than we should be. Snadges, I'm very, very keen to hear your opinion on Alexis, man.
The thing is, I'm a big fan of Sanchez, and in the first season he barely played, and he ended up in the top 5 assisters of Serie A. Like that was an insane stat for me. The fact is, Sanchez is quality, but we just can't. He's just not reliable. We can't use him at all when we want him to be used, and so that's the only reason why I think we should move on. But for me, Sanchez has been amazing for Inter.
Oh, yeah, bro. I've got one of his kits hanging up as well, man. I'll be very thankful for him. Like all of our players, bro. At the end of the day, if someone wants to talk to me about Kolarov in 5 years' time, I'll be like, legend, bro. Legend. Campionato 19 for Kolarov. What are you saying, bro? He's the man. Gil says again, so why complain about Suning selling everyone in the summer? Because we're Inter fans. We're very reactory, bro. And when we wake up in the morning and see this sort of stuff, it's like almost any football fan will react. But the mood has shifted and the mood has definitely changed. So the optimism is here. And until there is cause for concern, which I'm sure is not too far away, we'll keep bringing that optimism. We'll just finish off with some comments. And thank you so much to my brothers for joining me tonight in Snadges and Raul. Cartel says getting both Thuram and Correa seems impossible. Yeah, because then you're looking at about 55 to 60 million. And I don't think we have that sort of money. Sharma, these 2 players, Correa and Thuram, they're not exactly players that would be sent out on loan with an obligation. Do you feel as though both of these players need to coop an upfront fee?
Yeah, I mean, with Lazio, there's no way he won't do anything.
Lotito needs money. He can't be stubborn forever. Who else in his lineup is going to fetch him 30 M's this close to the end of the market?
He'd rather waste that money. Like he'll do what De Laurentiis does. He'll probably put him out of the squad if he needs to, just to be petty. That's what these Italian presidents are like. The Thuram one, we could probably work it out because I've heard that he's not a starter anymore because of that spitting incident he had last season, and he's not part of the starter anymore. So you could probably work it out with the Gladbach.
Yeah, 100%, man. Yeah, we did speak about Thuram a fair bit. So just when this is over, just rewind and have a little bit listen. Yeah, bro, Kolarov's the man. He's a Serie A champion, and that's all that matters. I'd rather go for Thuram. And big up from Jamaica. It's nice to see you again, Javier. I think that's where we're going to end this awesome stream. It's gone for about 45 minutes. Kickoff. What is it? 7:15 a.m. now. 2:15. Kickoff is in about 19 hours, I believe so. 2:30 a.m. 2:30 a.m. for me on a Sunday. What time is it for you boys in Leicester? Yeah, I know, bro. It's a pain. 5:30 in the afternoon.
Yep. Not
Jeez, how difficult. Yeah, but yeah, 2:30 is all right. I'll just sleep and then wake up and then sleep again. It is what it is. Dr. Bell coming in late, like the vid guys. These gentlemen are top class. Oh, these two gentlemen that I'm joined with today, they made it happen for me today. And as I said before, please go and like and subscribe Uncle Sharma's channel. Both of these gentlemen on Perisnitch as well. 7:15 only in Melbourne. Yeah, it is 7:15 now, my brother. Hope you're having a good day. Make the best out of your day, Wissam, no matter how difficult it might seem in our lockdown situation at the moment. Zeal, Sharma, always a blessing, my bro. I hope we are going to tee up again soon. Probably not tomorrow. I know you've got a full schedule, and I know Mo's everywhere, but we are going to tee up very soon with a smile on our face because we're getting the 3 points.
Yeah, man, for sure. With Champions League coming soon, big matches are coming soon. We'll tee up, man. I haven't decided. I might do a watch along tomorrow on my channel, but my wisdom tooth's doing my head in, so I haven't decided yet.
Yeah, true. All right. Well, if you need a hand with anything, bro, you know my number, man. Just send me a message. Big snazhes. Next time we could be doing those famous face reveals, but you know, whenever I get you on this channel, I really couldn't care less, man. As long as you're here, that's where I want to be, bro. Thank you so much for joining me, brother. It really was a pleasure.
Thank you so much for having me in. And another reminder, we are the champions of Italy, so never forget.
Love it, bro. Absolutely love it. All right.
Second star coming. Second star.
Hey, you know.
It's coming. All right, guys, from all of us here at Inter Worldwide, Forza Inter, let's get it.